How did living out of a van come about?
No, I mean, living out of a van is pretty common for climbers, but basically it's just because seasons change and you want to move. So it makes sense to be in your car.
You've kind of outfitted it a little bit
Yeah,
from
well, so
the early days.
I've done 3 different builds inside my van. The
Three
original,
different builds.
Well, yeah, 3 different
Okay.
interiors. Like the first one, like an uncle and I built in like an afternoon. It's like pretty scrappy. And then the second one I had a friend build, and it was like quite a bit nicer. And then the most recent one I had another like retired engineer friend build, and it's like really nice. But
So how did it get the nickname the pedophile van?
oh, I mean, anyone living in a van, it gets like pedophile jokes. I mean, I have no windows, I have blacked out back. Like, I mean, it looks like a total, yeah, but I mean, everyone has like jokes.
So what is it like? What do you have in there?
My van is like a bed, a bunch of storage underneath, like a little kitchen counter, a stove built into it, and then, yeah, food. And I mean, it's really basic, but it's like a small apartment.
I mean, somebody I was talking to told me that, you've been in the suburbs visiting somebody and they had an available bedroom and you still go out and sleep in your van.
Yeah, people think that's weird to be like, oh, I sleep in the van. But the thing is, the van is like my home, and I've been living in it for 8 years. And also, like, I've gotten used to having everything within reach. Like, when I'm sleeping in the van, I'm like, oh, I gotta take a leak. I just like reach over, grab my pee bottle, take a pee in the bottle. I don't even have to get out of bed. And it's like, when you get used to that after 8 years, like, it feels like so uncivilized to have to like get out of your bed, turn on a light, wander to the bathroom. I'm like, why would I do that? It like totally wakes you up. It's like, you can just like pee in your bottle, fall back asleep. It's like, it's totally seamless.
I mean, you could just
Things
bring
like that.
the pee bottle into
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
bedroom,
could, but that's
wherever
even
you're-
weirder when you're staying in somebody's house and they're like, wait, you brought your pee bottle in? You know? I don't know. It's just like, I mean, I love my van. Everything's within reach. It's all like right there. Like if I'm like, oh, I want to like look something up in my journal or whatever, it's like, oh, there it is. And like, it's all within arm's reach.
How long before you see yourself getting a permanent residence? I mean, that you spend more time.
I don't know,
in-
my van's up to 206,000 miles, so it's starting to get a little tired.
Okay.
So I might need something different soon.
Do you think you're gonna just get a new van?
I probably will get a new van, but also actually this summer I bought my family's cabin, like my
In Lake
extended
Tahoe,
family.
right?
Yeah, in South Lake Tahoe. So now I do technically own a home, but it's only like a summer cabin that my grandpa built or whatever. But
So the new van that you get, same type of van, or will you
I'll get something
get
bigger, I think.
like a sleeper home type deal?
No, I'd probably get just like I'd get some kind of van where I could stand up. That's the main bummer about living in my car, is that I can't stand up.
And I understand you'll bring girls back to the van. I mean, you pick
I
a
can,
girl,
if I'm
you'll
lucky.
pick up a girl out, and you'll like. What's
Yeah.
the girl's reaction where you're like, hey,
But
let me take you back to
anybody
my
who
van.
like, look, for climbers, that's not that weird, And also taking somebody to a van is way cooler than taking somebody to a tent.
Right.
Like if you're hanging out in a campground, it's like going to a tent is so uncivilized.
Yeah, but okay, I know you dated a girl in New York for a while that was actually lived a normal lifestyle, and
Yeah. But then it's like kind of like, it's like, it's something different. It's all adventurous. You're like, oh, But also, I mean, the thing about the van is like the van might not be that sweet, but the fact that you're parking it in the most beautiful places on earth, I mean, that's the sweet part.
Right.
Like the thing that you get to do whatever you love most, that you're like having cool adventures every day. I mean, like where you're sleeping is like not really that important compared to like what you're doing with the rest of your day. And, by living in the van, I'm able to like stay in Yosemite for months at a time. And that's like pretty awesome. And I think even chicks can appreciate that being in Yosemite is better than like having a nice apartment like in the city.
how much do you think being in a relationship interferes with your climbing?
Relationship stuff is tough, I don't know. But
It's a big predicament for you,
yeah,
right?
so I mean, I dated a very nice girl on and off for like 5 years, 5.5 or something. Throughout, I mean, like when I did the triple in Yosemite, I was like in a real relationship at the time. And so when I look at, I mean, I have a climbing journal and I have it all like laid out. So I mean, I know that objectively, the times that I was in a serious relationship doesn't actually change my performance of climbing at all. Like I was climbing at a high level, like regardless. But for some reason, when you're single, you just feel a little more hunger. You just like, you feel like you're more motivated or like training harder. I don't know, even though it's not strictly true. But yeah, I don't know, relationships is tough.
What do you struggle with about it?
I mean, I struggle with the amount of travel, as I'm sure you probably do too, or maybe a lot of travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just like with constant trips and like gone for a month, gone for another month, and it's like if somebody has a normal job and they like live in a normal city, it's like, either you basically never see them, or I don't know, it's just hard to make it work.
And have you yeah, I mean, decided where you come out on that, where you want to make a commitment to really trying to make a relationship work, or whether you've just decided it's not worth it to continue becoming a better climber?
I haven't like made any decision one way or another. I mean, I'm sure if I met the right person, I was like super excited. You know, it would be easy for me to make certain, or I mean, I feel like I could make certain compromises and like train indoors a little bit more, or just make it work. You know, or maybe if it was a climber, you know. I don't know. I mean, I'm open to whatever. It just hasn't happened.
For more clips from this interview, visit GrahamBensinger.com.